Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Get Real with Rick Dancer. This is Allison Weatherly.
Hi.
She's with the Technology Association of Oregon, which is this really hip group of people that work downtown. And
we try and be the cool kids.
They're the cool kids on the block. And doing some really important work downtown. How many businesses do we have down here that are high-tech related?
Oh, well, we have like 453 in Lane County.
Wow.
So downtown, it just grows every month, over 20.
So Technology Association of Oregon is a group that kind of helps focus everybody on one common goal, and you're kind of almost like a chamber of commerce for the Technology Association. Yeah. But they're also involved in the Chamber of Commerce here in town.
Yeah, we're good friends with the chamber.
So it works that way. But what we're here to talk about, you guys, we did this last year, and we're really excited about the hackathon.
Yes. Hack for a Cause.
Hack for a Cause, and it's to raise money and show programs. These guys can win a prize for coming up with an idea, right?
Yes.
So different groups have applied for this to be a part of this, right?
Yeah.
Kind of explain to people how that works.
So we had 30 applications this year that came in that needed a technical solution. And they ranged from, just kind of updating something that was old, back from the 80s even, databases that just needed some creative solutions. Then there's other things that are just a brand new idea, that things have come in the past year to Eugene that we see that we need some more support, especially in the tech space.
And so a lot of these are nonprofits.
A lot of them are not. Oh, yeah.
Because nonprofits don't have the ability to come up with they need help coming up with some creative solutions. So this brings people from, anybody can come down and help out.
Anyone, yeah. You don't have to be a developer. You don't need to know how to hack. That kind of scares people sometimes. Right. But we're looking for anyone who's a community member that has some experience or even just that knowledge, that motivation to help others out.
Last year, what was so fun is there were so many college students in here with amazing ideas that we would have never thought of.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where I think you sit in a room, and I think that's one of the hard things about having your own business or a nonprofit. You don't have those. This is like you're bringing in all these people with ideas that come from all over the place for solutions, because we always kind of think of the same things over and over again.
Yeah, we do. And a lot of the organizations do too. And then they don't always have the funds or that expertise that can really make something happen. So 30 organizations applied, and our steering committee of 16 people very democratically went through all of the applications, and we chose 11 of them. And when we looked at all of them in the end, we saw there was kind of a theme of the social service need in our community. A lot of it touches on homelessness, feeding our community, keeping them warm. So we have 11 different challenges this year that really focus on that, which we're really excited because we're going to see just a transformative impact on many, many people in our community.
So if you're people out there like you, Bill, and folks like that who are into really helping out with different issues and things going on in the community, it's a great chance to come be a part of this because they sit in round tables and everybody's discussing things and you're coming up with ideas. Last year I was here when we actually did it.
Yeah.
And you're going, how did you ever think of that?
Right.
You know what I mean? These kids had that one idea. They had some kids. They were college students. But they came up with some ideas to get people to really help them. And I would have never thought of any of them. It was exciting.
It was. Yeah, that group of college students, and I know they're going to be a part of this again.
Oh, are they seriously?
Yeah, they are.
Great.
Right?
We're going to see the world change in one weekend.
And they actually took on 2 challenges last year. They were so excited and passionate about 2 of the ideas that they were able to divvy their time up and do 2 different projects, and they won both of them. So that was amazing. And you interviewed them afterwards, and gave
and you
them all
guys, there's like
and
tens of thousands of dollars in prize money available.
This year is different. Last year, the challengers actually came up with some funds, and we tried to match some to have the teams walk away with at least $500, if not $700. This year, we know that teams will walk away with at least $1,000, and there will be a few lucky teams, depending on the challenge that they choose, that will end up getting funded further. Beyond that, not just coming up with that idea for the weekend that you can give back to the organization to say, okay, here's this nice neat package of what we did for you, but it will end up needing more funding and maintenance and things like that. But probably 3, maybe 4 of the projects are going to end up getting funded beyond that with thousands of dollars.
So why does the Technology Association of Oregon do this? Why is this such an important thing for you guys as a community?
Well, I think originally what it started was to bringing our tech community together and noticing how skilled they are, and many of them are just passionate people, and they look for something that they can give back and use their skills to help benefit our community. And when the first Hack for a Cause happened 2 years ago, we saw so many people come forward wanting to do that, and now it's evolved. It's not just the tech community and developers. It is marketers, there's graphic designers, there's project managers. It takes all sorts of people. We know that just a tech company isn't just developers. It takes HR and I'm getting distracted because I see my friends walking in the DAC as they're going to work out.
So this is where it is. It's at the Downtown Athletic Club. What time does it start on Friday?
So Friday evening, registration and check-in starts at 5. So you can register on site, but you can register ahead of time. You can visit hackforacause.org. 5 o'clock we'll start. There's going to be a welcome reception for participants. There's pizza and salad as they kind of learn about some of the challenges and try and form their teams.
Matt, you would be perfect, Matt Cook. You work in technology for the U of O, and he's super creative. He does these really interesting videos. You need to come. This is the thing you would have a lot of fun on.
U of O is
this
one of our
weekend.
sponsors.
Yeah. So who is XS?
Access Media is a sponsor, U of O, Lane Workforce Partnership, they're a big sponsor. We have CBT Nuggets and IDX who have not only given their support financially, but their crews. They've got people on our steering committee who have really made this happen. Because I can do all the logistic stuff and tell you what time things happen, but there is another crew out there that has created our website, who has all the technical details. They're putting together what teams will need to do this weekend, because there's so many little
and they're here all weekend.
They're here all weekend, and and there's a lot of students that come from U of O. There's people that are learning. We have mentors on site, so it's people that are just curious, like, how can I do that? Like, I tried a coding class, I kind of know this, but my passion is more in design. Like, you can show up and just be here to help support. You do want to choose a team, choose that challenge in the opening ceremony to figure out what it is you want to focus on, and then you learn together with a group of how you're going to tackle that challenge over the next 48 hours.
How many people were here last year, do you think?
I think we had over 100 participants that worked in teams, but we had over 300 people that came to the ceremonies just to watch. They were just curious, stand by, let's see the opening ceremonies or the closing ceremonies. You were safe for the closing ceremony. This room was packed.
It was so fun. It was like a creative, I don't know, it was like Disneyland for the creative.
Yeah.
Everybody was having so much fun. It was really super cool.
It was really good energy.
So we're going to talk to a couple of the groups who would be recipients, who have an issue that they need some technological help with.
Yeah.
And then we're also going to talk to XS Media to find out what they're doing. And then this guy named Craig Worrell, so we'll find out more about him. Yeah, we'll tell you what he is. Okay. So Allison, let's go over here. All right, my man. Come here. Come here, you guys. So this is one of the reasons that we're having this.
Hello.
Introduce yourself and who you're with.
I'm Stephen with XS Media.
So how are you guys involved with this?
So this kind of was born way back 3 years ago. There was an idea. Matt Sayer from TAO sat down with me, talked to me about this Hack for a Cause. It was a crazy idea about getting community members engaged to solve problems that are needed in the community. And I said, I am absolutely a part of that. XS Media wants to be a part of this. And we sponsored it and helped out with the infrastructure.
So when all the equipment that they're going to be using in here, is you're providing the way for it to get to where they got to go.
Yeah, so it started with us providing the infrastructure. The DAC now has fiber. It's connected to Ugenet. But at the time of the first Hack for a Cause, it wasn't. So we had to get a gigabit wireless connection down here so we could have really high-speed service to connect all of the people who were participating.
But now we have it.
We do.
In downtown Eugene,
absolutely.
Thanks to people like you guys.
Yeah. So fiber's here now. We've got the DAC connected, wired up with gigabit. We've got wireless popped up. And
Since you're a sponsor, you want to pitch my show.
Okay.
You can pitch if you want.
Sure,
Tell
fair
them what
enough.
to do.
Okay.
What the heck? Who cares? Let him pitch a little.
Okay, so like I said, Stephen with XS Media, we're a high-speed internet provider. So we have two types of service. We have wireless that covers rural areas. A lot of people don't know that.
They have wireless that covers rural areas, and people like me can't get internet service. We call him. We're working on it.
Oh, and people like me too. So I just bought a house in a rural area, and
So you understand how it sucks.
Yes, yeah. So that was a criteria when I was looking for a home. It's got to make sure I can get my wireless.
If you live out near Walterville, we'll have some news for you pretty soon.
Yeah. So all the way from Corvallis down to Cottage Grove and all of that farmland, that's where we cover. And then also we have our gigabit network in Eugene and Springfield. So we use eWeb and subfiber, and then connected on the downtown network. So gigabit internet for $79 a month for commercial and only $59 for residential.
That's a good pitch.
It's pretty good.
Okay, thanks, Stephen.
Absolutely.
All right, now, here's somebody who's going to be a recipient of this. Oh, that chair's not going to move.
How can I?
You know what? I'm going to move it. Yeah, here.
Sit on the table?
Yeah. Let's sit on the table. We'll get Craig in the background.
There we go.
There. And introduce yourself. So you are?
I'm Lynn Swartz. I'm the Executive Director at Parenting Now, formerly Birth to 3.
So it formerly was Birth to 3, now it's
Yes.
Parenting Now, and you guys have an issue.
Yes, we do.
You have a technological issue.
Yeah. So we've got our parenting educators who run our groups and are fabulous people who are doing all of their recaps and rosters and all the paperwork that they do that document the groups. They're having to, right now, they're doing that either hard copy or they're doing it with all these emails, and it's hard to keep organized and it's hard to get it done. And so the Hack for a Cause folks are going to help us create a site where they can do it from anywhere, and it's all organized and will help us a lot.
So you can't, as an organization, you're spending your budget helping our kids.
Yeah, it's really hard for nonprofits like us to have access to really good technological help like this, and so this is a huge boon to us. Really
Like a dream, like, and
it's
plus
a
you
dream.
have all these smart people coming in going, hey, we can help you with this, you know, and then you walk out going, well, we just got a great idea, didn't we?
Absolutely, we're thrilled.
So to be picked is a pretty cool thing.
Oh, it's an honor, and it's really just fun. So
How do
it's
people
great.
find out more about Parenting Now?
Oh gosh, there's lots of different ways, but you can certainly go to our website or our Facebook page, parentingnow.org.
All right. So thank you.
Yes.
And thank you for what you do. I love your
thanks.
organization
Yeah.
and have for 100 years or
Yeah.
however long it's been here. Okay, so you guys, a lot of the groups that are going to be coming down here are going to be dealing with homelessness. Some of the issues they're going to be talking about are homelessness. And you are?
Chris Hazen. I'm the treasurer at the Emerald Compassionate Action Network.
Okay, so what is the Emerald Compassionate whatever
Action.
you just
Action.
Network?
Action.
That's a
the
long
key,
name.
That's the key word.
I got stuck on compassion. I guess that's a good place to get stuck, huh?
Action and compassion
So
don't
what do
always
you guys
go together.
What do you guys do?
So, like a lot of communities around the country, we have a homeless issue that the general population is concerned about here in Eugene. Unlike a lot of country or cities around the country, we have a really passionate and technologically oriented community here, and we're looking to, at the challenge, we're looking to bring these folks together to better collaborate in the area of addressing homeless issues. So what to answer your question about Eagan, I think more directly, Eagan has for the last several years been bringing groups specifically of churches together who are all working together to bring their members resources, both time and money, to the problems that they see in the community, and the homeless is one of those, but typically working in isolation from one another. And we have been bringing them together just using old-fashioned methods of, organizing meetings, hosting meetings, getting people focused on particular actions, and we're looking to link that type of activity, that collaborative activity, up to technology going forward.
So you're asking them to help you come up with a way to connect to help your connection to your connectors, and you need a better way to connect.
That's correct, and we think that from talking to other organizations that around the country, that what we're doing is going to be groundbreaking. It's going to be something that sets a precedent for how churches and other community organizations can collaborate together to come up with better solutions, more effective solutions to social issues like homelessness. Homelessness is the one that we're focusing on right now.
So if there's an organization out there who does not know about you and is working, maybe it's a church and somebody is working in homeless issues, how do they get a hold of you?
So we have a website. I can't tell you the call letters
okay,
off the top of my head.
Anywhere even.
So yeah, no.
You know what we can do, you guys? What we'll do is you can go in here on the comment
Sure.
section, put your information in there, so people can get a hold of you.
Okay.
All right.
Will do.
Thank you. I
you.
appreciate it. All right. I already know. We'll save you for last. Come here, Craig.
Yeah.
So this is Craig.
Hello.
So you are with?
I'm with the Mozilla Foundation.
So what is that? Kind of explain to people and how you're involved with this.
All right, so the Mozilla Foundation came to Eugene to support our local fiber network, or utilize our local fiber network to support local nonprofits, startups, anyone that's using high-speed internet to improve education and workforce development. And we saw Hack for a Cause, and we're like, we want to be a part of that. So both the foundation and the corporation are supporting this event. And I'm supporting by sitting on the steering committee, helping planning everything, and trying to get an inclusive audience to attend this event and help out.
So why is this important to what you do?
It's important for what I do because this kind of gets everyone a seat at the table. Technologists, non-technologists, for-profit, non-profit. It's a really important community event that everyone can attend, and whether you're a coder or non-coder, there's skills that you can contribute, and that's what Mozilla is all about, is this inclusivity and getting people who don't otherwise have a voice or a seat at the table to get them a voice in technology, because the people, there's people that are skeptical. Technology, I'm not about it, I'm not for it. We want everyone to get involved in this and realize that tech can be used as a force for social good and for public good and public benefit.
So that's why we're friends.
That's why we're best friends.
Because we both like to give voice to the voiceless.
Yeah, for sure.
I love that. And this is a way where you bring other people like a Bill Daniels or a Jeff Newton or people like that into the crowd and say, you don't have to be a techie to do this. We need people we need ideas. And I think there's a lot of frustrated people because they see what's going on with homelessness and they don't know what to do.
Absolutely.
So here's a way to come in and give you something concrete and positive that you can participate in.
Yeah, anyone with good ideas is welcome at this event. We would love to have you, and it's really going to help push the technologists who maybe have those technical know-how, but they don't have this idea of what the community need is because they don't work in that every day in and day out. So it's combining those people who know what the community needs are with the people that have the technical skills. That's kind of what my job is, and that's what this event's all about.
And you are working with the grant that they got to help with the prizes.
Oh yeah, and I'm also a part of US Ignite for my second and third and fourth job. And
you guys, just so you know, if we don't keep Craig really, really busy, he gets into trouble.
Yeah, I get a little antsy. So yeah, that's a public-private partnership through the federal government. We've been granted a US Ignite Smart Gigabit community, and they're lending some support to make this a reverse pitch official event, which is going to lend some more financial support, as well as our keynote speaker from US Ignite, Scott Turnbull, is going to turn up and show that everyone cares about the Eugene tech community, even this federal nonprofit organization. So we're really starting to grow as a community, and that's why we want everyone to get involved, both technical, non-technical, for-profit, nonprofit, startup, big, small. So happy to be a part of this.
Do you think it's scary that when your face came on here, it said, do you want to tag Craig? And it was like, because you're on my friend list, so I tagged you. It scared me. The first time it happened, scared me to death. It was going, every person I was talking to was going, do you want to tag Allison? And people like that, and you're going, how do they know that technology?
Well, if you looked into recent privacy news, I'll say no comment. But my organization has comments, so you can look into that.
All right, Greg, thanks. All right, we have one more person, and we go back a ways. So tell them who you are.
I'm Shelley Cordoville, the director for Eagan Warming Center.
So the Eagan Warming Center is like this little jewel in our community that arises when it gets too cold and rallies the troops, and people like you and me can go in and we can actually do something to help people who are having to sleep on the streets.
Yes.
And she's also involved in women's veterans issues and all that kind of stuff too. But she wears a lot of hats. But in terms of Hack for a Cause, how does this help you guys?
Oh, we have huge logistical needs, lots of communication needs. We have tried texting back and forth between sites and site leads to myself and to our logistical guy to get all the supplies where we need them to go, to get sometimes the site runs out of blankets because they get more guests than anticipated, so we have to move blankets. We have to know how many guests we have at each site.
And you're doing this you're just doing this by hand now, right? I mean, it's not very advanced.
We're doing it by hand and by text, and I will tell you by text it's very confusing.
So you need somebody to come up with a better idea for you.
Oh, yes. Much better.
And you don't have time to come up with a better idea, which is why you need the community's help, because you're too busy doing the basic foundational work that you do.
Right. And I am not computer savvy, I know how to do the basics, but...
You can get by, but these people will help you get by better.
Oh, yes.
So Eagan Warming Center is through St. Vinny's?
It is.
So we got to mention St. Vinny's because they're one of our regular clients, and they are one of my favorite.
Well,
Paula's the best, you know what I mean?
Too. Yeah.
I mean, you guys do some groundbreaking work out there. We like showing it, so I'm glad you're here. It's good seeing you again.
It's good to see you,
Hold on. I know it's our show, but Like to hug. Was there another gentleman here we're going to talk to? Okay. So Allison, again, let people know.
Yeah.
So it's Hack for a Cause, you guys. It starts Friday. What time?
5 o'clock. hackforacause.org. Registration is open, taking people, whether you want to just come to watch the opening ceremonies or closing ceremonies, if you want to take part as a developer or a marketer or a graphic artist. If you
Anybody
don't see a
can come
spot
down
that
here.
fits, you can still register, figure that out. The pricing is the same.
And you come down and you spend the weekend. You're going to be down here off and on, coming up with a plan.
So the DAC has been such gracious hosts to us.
And they take
open
good
these
care of you.
facilities for us all night. People are here working 48 hours. Some of them decide to go home and sleep for a little bit and come back, but they provide us food and fresh coffee, and Sheer ID is giving us a snack table. They stock it every night full of fresh fruits and bars and energy, goodness. Health is healthy as you can, but sometimes there's candy and stuff.
So it's a great place if you want to really get involved with our community and do some groundbreaking work. Yeah. And you're going to get smart.
Yeah,
because you're going to meet some really smart. I learned so much last year. I could little things I never would have thought of. So,
and we're also volunteers. There's always spaces for volunteers because it takes a village to do this. This is our biggest event of the year. We have a steering committee that I could not have done this without. I think I mentioned them earlier. There's 16 of us that have done a lot of the planning and organizing, but we still need more to help the 48 hours run smoothly. So.
All right.
It's a great time. We have another challenge that we want to talk about because this is a good one. And it's a really fun video to watch too.
So this is he just walked in off the street.
Yeah. What's this about?
It's about Technology Association of Oregon. So who are you and what are you involved with?
My name is Michael Wist. I'm with the City of Eugene's Waste Prevention and Green Building Program.
Okay.
And we've submitted a pitch to help link people who have food surpluses up to those who want or need food. Every year we're sending, Eugene alone, sending 40 million pounds of food to the landfill. And we're just trying to get that food, first of all, get it to people who need it first or want it even, and then diverting that from the landfill where it ends up turning into greenhouse gases.
That is so cool. So you mean, so it would be like restaurants and grocery stores and places like that? Because right now they may do it on their own, but you're trying to come up with a plan where everybody would sync this together so you'd kind of know where that all is.
Yeah, it's everyone from farmers to large organizations all the way down to you and I. If you have
if I had a garden and I have apples and I need somebody to come pick them up or I pick them up and find whatever.
Exactly.
So it's a gleaning, like a computer gleaning system.
Exactly.
So this is something you guys don't have time in your everyday world to come up with a plan like this, right?
No, this is having an event like Hack for a Cause is extremely helpful for something like this.
Okay. Well, thanks.
Hey, thank you so much.
Yeah, I want to see what you guys come up with. So again, you guys, this is Hack for a Cause. Oh, there's Allison in the background. And unfortunately, Allison, I don't switch my camera around so it turns out right. I know how to do it, but every time I do it, everybody goes, Rick, your face looks funny. You turned the wrong way.
Such a cool logo.
It is a cool logo.
Yeah, our graphic artist, Joey, worked on this, and we have a lot of variations. And T-shirts are going to look amazing this year.
So you guys go online, you can sign up now, it'll explain what they're looking for, but anybody in the community, you don't have to be a techie to do this. Techies are welcome, but so are all kinds of other people. What you have to have is a heart for the place that we live and for the people that are in this community, and you have to have a heart that wants to make things better. That's what we're looking for, to make things better, and Technology Association of Oregon and all these people you met here today have the same thing. So you do have a voice. We're offering you a place to use it. Now, step up. That's kind of the whole message.
Perfect.
Huh?
Yeah,
That's how it works. So take this, spread it on your page. You guys just share it on your page. I know if you don't, I can see. I read, I can see if you don't. So you will be checked. I will check you off if you don't do it. Share it on your page so other people can see it. You don't know. There might be somebody out there that wants to go. And then we will, what are we doing this week? Oh, I can tell you, I think on Friday, we're going to go with TJ's and we're going to watch them make edibles. I'm not kidding you. Jeff called me today and said, Rick, do you want to come watch us make edibles? And I'm like, yeah, do I eat them or what are we going to do? So who knows what's going to happen? It's Get Real with Rick Dancer. I'm from the 70s. I know what to do. We'll see you guys later. I'll have a good time and I will talk with you soon.